Well, good morning, everyone. Today I'm going to be speaking about the success factors for your organization's technology ecosystem. And I think you'll be pleasantly surprised with some of the things that are on here. And let's get to it. Just quickly before I start, just a bit about Zoho, so you have some context around who we are. So we've been around for more than 25 years. We've built more than 55 business applications. We've got customers in more than 150 countries. We've got more than 90 million users now that trust and use our technology. We have more than 12,000 employees. We're actually at 15,000 now. And what Zoho's built is a connected ecosystem of applications. All our applications are built from the ground up on the same foundation, the same security, the same GDPR compliance, POPI compliance. And these apps plug into each other like a puzzle. So we don't do the whole merger and acquisition where we will buy a technology and then make it work with our own technology. We build everything ourselves. And then also localization. We've got local offices, local people, and then local pricing. It's fixed in rands so that people and businesses don't have to worry about the exchange rate fluctuation. All right, so number one factor is to have an omni-channel communication platform. What does that look like? Over here, it's a platform that allows you to communicate through various different channels. So you've got your email channel over here. Let me just move this mic up a bit. Your email channel, so when your emails come in, it comes into one platform and your staff can reply and communicate. They can also, your managers can track the average response time to the communications. You've got a help center where your customers or people can come in and they can read up on frequently asked questions. They can even submit support queries. Then your telephony integrations. We've got local integrations like Euphoria and 3CX and a lot of the major telephony brands integrate as well. We've got live chat on your website, so when people go onto the live chat and they communicate, it comes into one place, your support desk. We've got social media, your community page, that's where your customers can go in and they can ask questions and either your staff can respond to them or other people can respond to their it's kind of like a social media platform for your business. And then web forms, you can embed those forms into pretty much anything, into mobile apps, into websites. You can even create QR codes and put them up your business. People scan them, they can fill out the information. It comes in to the support desk and it creates a ticket with a ticket number and ID number. Then you've also got your ASAP module, which is a little widget that pops up onto your, on your website or into your mobile device where people can click on it and it gives them the live chat option. It gives them the frequently asked questions. It even shows them, if they log in, it shows them their tickets that they've logged with your company. And even it's got AI, it's got a bot that they can actually interact with that will go and search through your knowledge base of all the articles, help articles that you've put together. And so that's quite a powerful new technology feature that's out there that businesses should really look and consider. Then instant messaging, your WhatsApps, most important probably these days, to have WhatsApps all come into one platform. And then your staff can communicate and you can get all those insights into how long they've taken to respond to the person and so forth. And then custom channels, you can integrate it with the likes of the App Store or YouTube, or you can use third-party applications to integrate into it. So if you want to, let's say, use Google Forms or Zoho Forms or whatever form builders are out there, they also plug into your omni-channel support desk. Then next is your privacy and security. You want to make sure that you've got a platform that allows you to distinguish the different privacy features that your staff need to use. So you definitely need the multi-factor authentication, maybe also have an authorization application to authorize that person to log into your technology suites, to also, log them out after the week so that every week they have to log back in so that no one can potentially, let's say, get access to the system without them knowing. And then next, also look at a a password management system. So over here, this password managing system is Vault, Zoho Vault, and it integrates with a company called Have I Been Pwned. And what happens is it will check all the public databases of leaked data which is quite incredible. It will go and search all the leaked data that's been leaked on the dark web through data breaches and so forth. That's now obviously in the hands with criminal organizations, and it will pick up that your email address has been leaked and your password has probably been leaked, and it's going to prompt you to change your password. So this is also a very new development that companies really need to look at and consider. You don't want your staff using passwords that are leaked on the dark web. Next, business intelligence and AI. Again, everyone's talking about AI now, but it's very important. I'll tell you why. It's an insights-driven business, so a business that basically makes all its business decisions based on insights and analytics are growing 10 times faster than the average global economy. That means that they grow at an average of 30% year on year. So I'll quickly show you some research done by Forrester. Only 7% of businesses in their research study actually have advanced analytics and business insights. And so there's obviously a long way to go for most businesses, but those businesses, those 7% of businesses are skyrocketing. Their growth and their trajectory is incredible. And what does it look like? So this is a executive dashboard. Just wait for it to load. Where you create dashboards that bring all your data into one place, and you can bring it from different platforms. You can bring it from your SAPs, your Oracles, your Zoho, your Salesforce. You can bring it all into one place, your Facebook, your Google Analytics, and you'll have different dashboards where the business can be seen as a whole. It's very interactive. You can move your mouse on it. You can move around the map of a world to see where your customers are. You can have a word cloud. That's something new that I learned recently. You can have a word cloud that will show maybe your best-selling product and so forth. But really professional dashboards that you can also share externally with password protection and all of that. And all of this data is encrypted. All right, the next thing is just dashboards from different. This is just to show from different. So you see there's Facebook dashboard. There's the Facebook one. Google Analytics. I think there's QuickBooks in there. You can have all your dashboards in one place. Then the AI component of this is very interesting, and you'll see the developments now. We've got conversational AI where your staff who don't have any tech, let's say experience or knowledge, can just ask AI the questions, show me the sales, and it will produce your dashboards. And it can say, show me by product, and it will show me the best selling product. It can change it to a pivot table. And so this conversational AI is incredibly good. And it also works for when you're importing the data. So when you're importing a whole bunch of data, you could import, let's say customer survey responses. And then you can ask the AI to do sentiment analysis. So it can automatically go and read what the person has said and say whether it's positive feedback or negative feedback or neutral feedback. And you can actually put that into a dashboard. So there's some incredible AI developments. And then the next is insights, AI insights. So they're going to look at your dashboard, they're going to look at your graphs, the AI, and it's actually going to give you insights into the data that you're providing. So it's going to say, let's just have a look on the right here. So you click on Xiya Insights, which is Zoho's intelligent assistant, and it's going to say the total sales between that date and that date were this. It'll say highest year-over-year sales was observed in 2022. So all of this information, you can literally just copy and paste it and go and put it into your sales presentations. And so that's insights. I'm going to tell you now that we're developing suggestions. Soon the AI will suggest to you where your business might be able to improve. It might say to you, maybe don't spend as much marketing with Google, maybe spend more with Facebook. Or it's going to go and look through your data and it's going to give you suggestions as how to improve your business. So there's incredible features coming along with AI. The next is automation. I'm going to go through these slides very quickly because I'm cognizant of time. I think I've got a little bit more time though. So workflow automation. Automation doesn't only make it easier and nicer for your for your staff to automate business process and stuff, but also your customer. It's going to get responses to your customer quicker. It's going to give them the exact right details that they need. So your employee experience is important because it then overflows into your customer experience. So over here we've got a CRM solution, which we've got the date of birth of the person. And then we've also got a field there that says auto birthday email. And it's selected for the assigned agent or the assigned employee, the employee that's maybe got the relationship with that customer. And then you have various other details. You can put in their interests, whether they like golf. And you can always then search and send them a message to invite them to a golf day. And so, you want to pick up as much data as possible on customers so that you can communicate them in a very personalized way. The Generation Z that everyone's talking about want to have that personal relationship. They want, they don't mind using a bot and they don't mind using live chat on your website, but they want that kind of personalized experience with companies. And so this is what happens. It automatically sends an email to the customer on their birthday, but it looks like the staff member typed it up that morning. It sends it at a different time. I know that one's in the evening, but you can make it different times in the morning. And it puts in their first name, happy birthday, puts in the staff member's email signature, and it reminds them kind of what you do business-wise. So it's just a nice little touch point. And this is a live system, by the way. Those are live contacts replying and saying thank you for the happy birthday email. So you can see already the experience that you can give to your customers and even non-customers, past customers. You want to create customers to come back. You want to create your promotional customer, your customer that gets such a good experience from your business or from your organization that they rave about you on social media. So when their friends say, oh, do you know a really good electrical business? They go and they say, no, you must contact these guys. They're the best. They even email me for my birthday. They send me service reminders via SMS or WhatsApp. You want to create that really good customer experience. And another thing is you really want to harness the data you do have, because obviously with the privacy regulations, you can't just go and buy databases anymore. It's just not that simple. And over here you can see, these are the people replying. Thank you, Andrew. I hope you're well. Thank you. I appreciate the gesture. And a lot of these people will respond and they'll actually say, oh, by the way, I'm actually looking for your product or service. Other things you can do with workflow automation and triggers, you can trigger reminders to your staff to be sent on a chat platform, whether you use Zoom or this is Zoho Click. You can have these reminders sent to them on a chat platform, which is just a really simpler way to communicate with your staff. A deal's gone final. You can go and congratulate them that a deal's gone final. You can even have gamification in there where it gives them points to, let's say, win a prize at the end of the week or at the end of the quarter. So really good to have those automations and those triggers. There's even AI. I just pointed out the bottom there. Taz is our little AI that will remind you that you have a meeting. Taz will look through your calendar and remind you that you've got a meeting. And if you haven't looked at the message, she'll remind you again that you've got a meeting and remind you that someone's shared a file with you. Really, really cool experience for staff. Again, alerts, that a payment reminder has been sent out to someone or feedback's been sent to a customer. Then the next is blueprints. This is where you digitize your business processes. And it's really simple. You don't have to be a techie or a coder to do it. You can drag and drop and you can build your business process maps in the system, and I'll show you what it looks like in a live example now. But that's just the interface that you would use to then build the blueprint. All right, here's an example of a lease agreement. I think most people understand the process of renting property, but now when a staff member on the other side at the agency has to build a lease agreement, there's invariably chances that they might make a mistake, or they won't collect information from the customer, the tenant, or the landlord that they need for the lease agreement, and then it just prolongs the service, and it's just not efficient. So what happens is the blueprint gets enabled in the system, and there's a step one. The staff member clicks step one. It says, who is the landlord? So it's literally just asking the staff member questions. Staff member doesn't have to think. They've just got to answer the questions. Step two, who is the tenant? What's their billing address? And you can have even little bits and pieces to tell them exactly what information, where they can find it. Those little information tabs at the top there. Step 3, bank account details for the landlord. Sometimes it's really important to have it, and it's frustrating if the agent has to phone the landlord at a later stage or someone has to try and pick up the details. Step 4, all the variable parts of a lease agreement. So what's the escalation after a year? Is water included in the rental or excluded? Is it furnished? If it is furnished, what is included? You can even have things like, are pets included? How many pets included? And how many people are allowed in the property until permission needs to be asked. So all those variable details you then ask in the blueprint. And then step 5 gives you a checklist. And the staff member must now go and tick off everything that needs to be done in the checklist. And then before they can finish the blueprint, it's asking for the signed lease agreement. So now, your staff has to go and get the document signed. And so what they do is they quickly just cancel out of the lease agreement. You'll see there it shows them that they haven't finished. It'll also show them in their jobs menu that they haven't finished that blueprint. And they click over here on mail merge. They select the template of a lease agreement. It's going to merge all the data they've put into the system now into, this is Zoho Writer. So Zoho Writer is like Word. It's an alternative to Word. And we've got these templates, and in there it's got merge tags. So the data from the CRM knows exactly where it needs to go into the lease agreement. You'll see the landlord, client, tenant, client. And that's what it does. Automatically puts the data into your lease agreement. Your lease agreement's there. There's also merge tags for digital signature with Zoho Sign. I'll show you what that looks like as well. But all of a sudden, you send it for digital signature, it gets signed, it gets sent back, and you upload it, and you finish your blueprint, and everything's saved in the system. You can do this with FICA compliance, with every other thing that you can imagine, business processes where certain things are required and you need them to be put in. And then this is just to show you the merge tag for signatures. So this is a valuation module that's built into the CRM where the agent puts in the valuations of the property. They click mail merge, valuation letter, merge. It's got the merge tags in there for the valuations. It's got the property name, the name of the owner, the date. It's even got the signature merge tag at the bottom there. So now the system knows exactly where it needs to merge the data and then where the person needs to sign. You can have multiple signatories. You then put in the details of who the signatories are. You can even merge the data from the CRM into these signatory fields. So it automatically does all of this without the manual clicking. Okay, it's now sent for sign collection. This is what it looks like. It comes through to the email like this. The person can click on it. It's also got mobile app, so people can also do it on their mobile phones. They can sign it anywhere. Here's the what the mobile phone looks like. It sends you a notification. You click, you can go into the app. You say start signing, shows you where the signature is. You can read the document, and then you can finish it, and it sends an email to all the parties that you've stipulated with a copy of the email, a copy of the signed agreement and a certificate. So there's your signed letter, all perfectly signed with the Zoho signed document ID at the bottom, and a completion certificate that proves that it's exactly this right person. There's different levels of compliance. We comply with South African labor law, South African law with regards to electronic signatures. We've even got advanced electronic signatures, which I'll show you later. And that is probably the closest version of a signature you can get to a written signature in South Africa. And so these applications save you a lot of time, and your staff will love you and your customers will love you. I heard the other day there was an organization that takes 30 days to sign a document. Yeah, they got 5 signatories, and they still use couriers to drive the documents around and get the signatures. It can be done in 2 days. Then the next important factor is your education and onboarding. Very important. You need to have an internal learning management system. You have to. Potentially, I think in the future, you'll have a dedicated position to internal education for the larger organizations. But even the smaller companies, I know we've got a customer called 𝐄𝐝𝐢𝐭𝐢𝐿, and they rave about this. They talk openly about how they've got this internal management system because they run events around the world, around Africa, and they have a lot of temp staff that come in, and they have to train them quickly before an event. They send them through a Zoho Learn course, and they know that the staff are trained at the end of it. But also when new staff join, you don't want to sit there having to pair them with someone and try and make sure that they get the right training. It's all in the system. And then efficiency tools. These are just a few of the smaller tools, but tools that just make life so much better at the office space. All right. So the one is your expense management for your staff. So you can maintain control over your compliance over budgeting, spend limits, even fraud detection. It's got AI built into it. It's even got a friendly AI assistant that if they scan the same receipt twice, it's going to say, hey, I think you've got a duplicate. You know, it's also going to look at the receipt and say, hey, I think you got the total wrong. You know, so it's incredibly efficient for staff to use. One of the companies that just moved onto this product, it took them about probably 30 to 40 days for staff to get approval and reimbursed for their expenditure. Now it takes them 4 days to be reimbursed. And also they don't have to print out all the slips, they don't have to scan them, they don't have to go and take Google Maps copies and put their kilometers into a spreadsheet and all of that. It's all managed in a mobile app. They've got a scanner, can scan in it and can auto-save the details. There it is. You can save the receipt and it will automatically put the information into it, and then you can edit it before you submit your reimbursement report. Travel management. It can also integrate with Sabre. I'll show you that now. So it integrates with Uber and Bolt. So your staff, if they take an Uber for work purposes, it automatically sends the receipt into Zoho Expense, and then they can claim reimbursement. Also Expense, it integrates with whatever you're using accounting-wise, whether it's, there's SAP or Oracle or QuickBooks or Zoho Books or Xero, it integrates into your finance tools. And then here, this is for the travel management. So staff can go in and they can even look for their flights within Zoho Expense, and they can book their flights. You can have policies that say that they can't take first class, they can only do economy, and you can have different profiles for different staff on what they can get, and the hotel room spend. You can also manage those policies. You can have all the approvals, so you can have reporting manager and maybe directed to have to approve certain things, all built into the system. And then this is the integration for advanced electronic signatures in South Africa, all approved by the Electronics Communications and Transactions Act. And yeah, as I said, as close as to a written signature as you can get. The courier will come to you face to face, take a photo of you. I think they take a video of you while you're even signing the document. And then it's done. Then you've got your advanced electronic signature. Then you can go and sign on Zoho Sign wherever you want, and it's got, it knows it's exactly you. And then this, lastly, this is the visual representation of the Zoho ecosystem of apps, where they plug into each other as a puzzle. I know some businesses can't necessarily replace all their tech, but it's far more affordable this way and less API integration, maintenance, and so forth. So yeah. Thank you very much for your time, and I'm happy to chat to you at the back.